Hi, everyone, and welcome to our AI Summit for the new year. Happy New Year, of course. We're now on day 2 of this year's kickoff for our AI Safety Initiative and our summit. My name is Illena Armstrong, and I am the president of Cloud Security Alliance, and I'm so glad that you could join us. We've seen over the last year, 2023, certainly many of the pioneer AI organizations have made some pretty massive leaps forward. Many of them have expanded their offerings, expanded their commercial offerings, as well as they've kind of taken steps to get more into open source AI, which seems to be gaining more viability as time has gone by. We've also seen many organizations testing the use of AI to determine how it might enhance their operational efficiencies, how it could better their bottom lines, and certainly strengthen the connections that they are developing with their customers, their partners, and others. With that said, of course, there are some concerns with security, with safety, with privacy, certainly some ethical concerns as well. And so many organizations, many state entities have looked to figure out how they're going to develop partnerships with the private industry and create guidance and perhaps some regulation to ensure that the use of AI is safe and that we all are doing our parts to address some of the negative impacts that might come forth from this extremely impactful technology. With that said, there are a number of research reports, I'm sure you've seen many, where CISOs, Chief Information Security Officers, have been voicing concerns about how cyber attackers are going to leverage AI in the future to really gain an upper hand and sort of penetrating their systems, stealing information, perhaps even taking them down. I mean, certainly there's a lot of turmoil in the world right now, so concerns about cyber war, politically motivated attacks are top of mind now going into 2024. With all of these worries surrounding AI and how bad actors are going to leverage it to enhance their own operations, CISOs are really, some already are using it to shore up their security postures, their cyber defenses. And they're doing everything from leveraging it for more quick malware analysis to risk scoring, you name it. Many have already stated that they have integrated automation into their various and sundry processes. What they believe now with AI growing and advancing, that it will enhance this automation even more in future. As well, there are those who believe that it's going to help them address some of the problems that have cropped up because of the inability to find the experts needed to fill some of their open positions, and certainly address some of the skills gaps that they're facing on their teams right now. And by the way, they're looking to most are very much over the course of this year and coming years trying to determine how they'll further integrate AI into their operations. So with all of these developments happening, with organizations even like ours using AI internally in a number of different ways, nation states now are trying to determine what they need to do, how they need to partner with the creators of some of these AI solutions, the enterprises, other government entities, you name it. As a matter of fact, last November, we saw, I think, 28 or so nations come together in AI safety at an AI safety summit in the UK to get on the same page and decide how they were going to safeguard our operations as we embrace AI. President Biden released a more robust executive order late last year. And I'm not going to go through all of these, but you can read it at your leisure at a later time. This executive order is really addressing all of these main areas that all of us in the cybersecurity and cloud industries want to ensure that we get a handle on security and safety, authentication, privacy, risk management. And there are other very critical areas like discrimination and bias and how AI might be implemented or used in different very critical vertical markets, such as healthcare. And there are also worker considerations as well. What this executive order certainly does is signal to the private sector that they really need to be paying attention to these overarching areas and how they're going to be addressing and monitoring and sort of safeguarding, putting up guardrails when their teams are leveraging AI in various operations. Of course, the U.S. isn't the only nation that's taking a look at different regulations that need to be put in place to help provide some guidance to the private sector, to government agencies. Obviously, we've seen the United Nations, the European Union kind of get engaged. China certainly has been extremely proactive. And then there are other countries. And by no means is this list comprehensive, but at least it gives you sort of a sampling that most nations around the globe are really trying to take the lead in making sure that we're protecting human rights and sort of adhering to the rule of law when using AI now and in future. And that's where our AI safety initiative comes in. And as we've continued to monitor all of these happenings around the globe, we sort of soft launched our AI safety initiative early last year, but formally came out with our press release and a list of partners this December. So if you missed it, there's a hyperlink here in the slide that you can use to check out the press release. But we've partnered with all of the major players, other enterprises, academic institutions, government agencies, and I'll get into that a little bit more. You can hit up our website to learn a bit more about this very robust initiative and what we're hoping to accomplish with it. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about some of the happenings and some of the progress we've made over the course, especially late last year, the last quarter, after we had our AI Think Tank Day at our September event. This is a very comprehensive, holistic, sort of forward-thinking program that is relying on a coalition of interdisciplinary experts and all of you, all of our friends and our colleagues, thought leaders, in the cybersecurity, AI, and cloud industries. We're celebrating 15 years in the space right now, and we've always been on the forefront when it comes to addressing cloud needs, given how consequential AI will be now and in the future, probably the most consequential technology we've seen. It certainly makes sense that we're engaged. Everything AI is cloud-based, right? So this program is going to sort of use all of the arrows in our quiver, if you will, that we've we've shot over the last 15 years to build trusted best practices, controls frameworks, professional education and certification and attestation for providers, as well as events and other offerings for cloud we'll be doing with AI, but we'll be doing it in partnership with all of you. So we do have the executive committee that has been established. We've been meeting with these leaders for the last 3 months now, and we'll be formally announcing those who are participating, but they are going to play a critical role in ensuring that we're not missing any key areas as we launch, as we continue to move forward with the release of different research and educational offerings, et cetera. And then, of course, a couple of the areas that we'll be focusing on for 2024 will be any additional industry affiliations, and then how our members, our individual chapter members, as well as our corporate members, will be engaging with us. We have, as part under our research division, these working groups that have been active already. Our AI controls research committee is really focused on defining those controls, those domains and functions that need to be areas of focus for security teams and privacy teams. We will be leveraging already existing frameworks that are out there, such as NIST, and even our own cloud controls framework as well. Our AI technology risk group is really focused on being very proactive in identifying some of the risks, the threats, the vulnerabilities, and coming up with solutions on how to address those. Our AI governance and compliance group is all about disseminating information and governance that companies can use to really help them ensure that they have a strong and practical AI security plan in place. That group also has the intent to really influence any kind of legislative process that will be continuing to happen across the globe. And we'll need to work with our chapters on that front as well. And then, of course, our AI organizational responsibilities group is all about ensuring that it's very clear who security teams need, what professionals they need to have on their teams with that AI knowledge to secure any operations that they're putting forward in their organization. And this is really where you come into play. So we talk about sort of this multidisciplinary group that we have put together for our executive committee, and now we have all of these working groups. We, as we've always done, we are going to be working with the wider industry, all of our folks out there like you, to help ensure that we're covering our bases. So there are a number of ways you can get involved. Already we have some 1,500 individuals from the cloud, cybersecurity, and AI industries participating. Certainly, we'll see that group expand. I'm quite sure. And you saw with our formal announcement of this initiative that we're focusing with all of the major players: Amazon, Anthropic, Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, as well as CISA and other governments, academia, and myriad enterprises. Certainly, that will continue to expand, just given how these, very strong advances in AI will be impacting us all. So if you wish to get involved in any of these areas where we're looking to establish training and education, certification programs for companies offering AI services, you want to talk about the benefits for our corporate members, chapters, we really do invite you to reach out. You'll see the website here, as well as an address that you can email, so that we make sure that there are some guardrails. We're kind of pursuing all of these benchmarks and frameworks for the plane while we're flying in it. So we'll need all the help we can get. And already we're very thankful for the very strong support, very strong active support of the many volunteers who have started working with us, and we'll look forward to widening that network. Do reach out to me if you have questions, if you'd like to talk down more of some of the content in my slides. I believe these slides will be available after the event. We have a wonderful lineup of experts today who will be talking down some of the risks and benefits to leveraging AI in your organization, and just some of the considerations you'll need to take into account as you move forward. So thank you so much for joining us for day 2, and I look forward to hearing from all of you as we charge forward for 2024. So thank you so much, everyone.